Hello, everyone. Let me bring my beautiful Audrey in. Hello.
Oh, hey, hey.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being so patient. We finally made it to the time, to the big moment.
Yes.
For those who don't know, I am Tatiana. Um, and what I do, I am a brain education for health and wellness. Help when I say brain education, I pretty much help you to strengthen your physical body, your emotional body, as well as your mental state. All right. So I'm going to allow Audrey to introduce herself.
What's up, everyone? My name is Audrey. I am a lot of things. I'm an entrepreneur, a mom, a wife, the creator of my blog, Then Came Radan, which pretty much I share my journey with you guys after I moved from New York to the beautiful island of Roatan, Honduras. So on my YouTube channel, I share a couple of things about my life there. I'm also the director of the Garifuna Cultural Center in Punta Gorda. And yeah, and I have my digital marketing business. So I'm excited to be here with Tati and Alexa today. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
So we are not going to keep you waiting. We all know why you are here. Okay. Beautiful Alexa, darling, decided to come with us, to come together, to collaborate with us. You know that this month is Women's History Month. So we really wanted to come here to really honor those that are really painting the way for us. Okay. So Alexa is definitely someone that has been doing it. I'm so grateful. I am a fan and admirer. She inspires me, and I'm sure that she inspires so many of you guys as well. So we are going to welcome her, and please share your love and have your questions ready because we are ready. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get her in.
Hi
Hey,
guys.
Alexa.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good, good. And you?
I'm choosing hard right now. Like I'm feeling good, I'm ready to do this with y'all. Thank you for having me.
Thank
Yes.
I'm
you.
ready.
So, as you know, we were just talking about how this is Women's Month. Could everyone hear me well?
It sounds, I hear like a feedback.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I think I was hearing it too. I think we're good now.
I think we're good. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
There.
All right.
yes.
Comes every now and then. We
Oh,
hear,
it's again.
hmm.
I'm not sure why. Uh-oh. But I mean let's try to
Yeah,
keep
but
going.
sometimes that do happen, but I think it's fine too,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Let's
Uh,
see if it's fast.
so this is Women's History Month, right? So this month is really about allowing the woman to express her story, her art, right, her journey, right, and the thing that she is cultivating, right.
Mm-hmm.
So I really wanted to have you come here, Alexa, to kind of share your journey, your history. I'm so sorry. I think I totally forgot to share your title.
Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna
Okay,
introduce
please
myself.
introduce yourself.
So, my name is Alexa. My name is actually Alexa Domo, but I go by Alexa Darling on all social media platforms. I came up with that name about 3 years ago. Actually, one of my ex coworkers, now a good friend of mine, her name is Yvonne. She will always call me like, Alexa Darling, come here, and she just gave me that name, and I thought it was so cute, and I was just like, I'm sticking to that. So that's where the Alexa Darling came about. I'm a lifestyle and beauty blogger. Of course, I am Garifuna. I was born in Honduras. Um, I'm from La Ceiba, Honduras, and
Okay.
I've been in the States for about, going on 11 years this year. It's been a journey, being in the States, but it's been a lot of good and bad things. Of course, life can be hard, but been able to kind of manage those things. And I started blogging about 2 years, no, 3 years ago actually. It's going on 3 years. Time is going by fast. I can't even keep up. But it's been 3 years, and everything started with my YouTube channel. So I had a YouTube channel, opened it in back in 2016, I believe, and it was all about beauty. Me sharing like makeup tutorials, how to do your eyebrows, your lashes, all the makeup stuff. And then I think I started to evolve into different things, and I started to like different things. And at the time, I was married, and so with the whole, I was dealing with a lot, in my marriage, and I started blogging, and so journaling became my thing, writing things down. And I just a random day, I literally got on my computer and I went and created my own website. So that was how Alexa Darling, the blog, came about, right?
Mm.
Yeah, and so started blogging, of course, but my goal was always I wanted to work with brands. Like my thing was like, I want to work with brands. I kind of want to venture into different things and stuff. And also I want to educate people about my culture,
Mhm.
like about Garifuna people, who we are, where we come from, and things like that. And so that's what I did. And I think, it's so funny because I don't even know when I became an influencer. Like, I don't even know. But now people call me an influencer. I guess I've been able to influence a lot of people with my content, and not even my content, but like, the other pages that I also have, which is Getting from the Bosses, that came about last year. Um, and that particular, platform, it started because I wanted to educate more people about us. And I
Okay.
also wanted to promote, other like it's a lot of Garifuna people that are doing great things. And I was like, I don't see a platform that does that. Like just, do share like for free, like just random shout
Mhm.
outs,
Mhm.
embracing the culture and embracing the entrepreneurs in our culture. So yeah, that's pretty
Mhm.
much like everything, how everything started as far as like me being an influencer now and blogger and all that.
So, I it was one thing that you said that really caught my attention. The fact that you've been here for 11 years.
Hmm.
If you don't mind, I'm going to mute you, okay? I
Okay.
I think it's from your side. Okay. Um. So one of the things that I got just hearing what you was actually sharing with us right now is that you've been here for 11 years.
Yeah.
So did you like learn that from English in Honduras, or did you have to learn that when you got here?
When I came to the States, I did not know how to speak no English at all. At all. So that was a challenge for me. You know, I used to get all like always homesick, going to school, not
Hmm.
understanding what people were saying about me. People were looking at me crazy because they're like, okay, how are you black, but you speak Spanish? And on top of that, I didn't even know how to speak English. So to them, it was just like I was like ¿cómo se dice? Like a whole, just weird. Like people did not know who I was, and so that was a challenge.
Yeah.
And what I started to do was listening to like music. Helped me a lot, like a lot
Mhm.
of like English music, of course, hip hop, and all that stuff, reggae and everything. And then at the time, I don't like watching TV.
Okay.
Well, my parents will always be like, "You gotta watch TV so you can learn," and
Hmm.
but I never like watching TV. Like that is so boring to me. So what I started doing was I started just hanging out with like the Afro, the black girl, all the terms are leaving my head right now.
The African American people.
African Americans. I started hanging out with African Americans in school
Mm.
instead of like being with the Mexicans because in school they
Okay.
wanted me to hang with the Mexicans all the time.
Mm.
For them to translate things to me. But I was like, no, I don't think I'm gonna learn this way. I wanna hang out with the African Americans because I know I'm gonna learn with them. So
Exactly.
that's kind of how I catch the lingo and my English. Like people think I'm just like I've been here like forever, and no.
Yeah, I would definitely, think that because your English sounds really good.
Thank you. That is a compliment. Let me tell you, because girl, I remember those days when I didn't know how to say anything. I couldn't even have a conversation,
Yeah.
anybody, and it's incredible, like to see the growth.
Yeah, definitely. For you to come here 11 years ago, not knowing English, having to learn that, and then come. You mentioned something about being in a relationship, right?
Yes.
And
Hmm.
that's not really working out. Like you had some obstacles, that's for sure. And
Oh, a lot of obstacles. Yes, because even when me getting married, so I got married when I was 19 years old. I was very young. Did not
Mhm.
know anything about marriage. You know, when we're young, we think we know what we're doing, and we don't want to listen to our parents. By the way, shout out to my mom because she's watching. I know she's watching. My
Okay.
sister too, my nephew, my family, they're watching. So shout out to them. But I didn't want to listen because I was in love, right, at the
Mm.
time. And so that there taught me a lot about, you know, just life. Like, a lot of times what we think we're doing is not the right thing to do. And
Mhm.
so, just being I was married at 19, doing, living a life of a 30-year-old, like,
Mhm.
doing things that I was supposed to be out here, maybe like, probably still in school, in college.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I didn't. I'm actually just about to start school now, and I'm about to turn 25. But just to say, like, that right there made me. It threw me off,
Mhm.
But it's
basically.
never
But
too late.
it's never too late. Yes, it's
Mhm.
never too late, and as long as you're focused and you know what you want, where you want to go, you can make it happen. So
Exactly. Alexa, when I met you, I didn't meet you in person, right? But I found your blog like 3 years ago, I think. I guess it was, or maybe 2 years.
yeah.
Anyway, what caught my attention was you talking about dealing with your breakup and how you went from this depressed state, angry, to this, vibrant woman that you are today. And
Mhm.
I would love to hear more about that process, because so many people see when you down and out, and then they see when you come out, or but that middle process, the
Oh
healing,
yeah.
the crying, the bitter, how did you get through that? I think that's something really important, especially for young women who are dating, to learn.
I think it's all about mindset.
Mhm.
That's where it starts, right? Like your mindset. If your mindset is off, you're never going. Like I remember when I was broken, especially in my marriage, because my marriage honestly didn't really hit me like that. My divorce didn't really hit me like that.
Mm.
It was when I dated somebody else right after my marriage. That's the relationship that really broke me. Like that's the relationship that, I was in love and then boom, it failed and I was just broken because I wasn't even supposed to be, dating anyway. I needed time
Hmm.
for myself. After 7 years of being married, not 7 years, 4 years, and then going on a different relationship, girl, like what I was thinking, like no. But you live and you learn. So
Hmm.
for me, what I started to do was like I started taking time for myself. At the time, I was living by myself, and I had enough time just to focus on me.
Hmm.
You know, I started reading books, like self-healing books. That really helped me. I started going to the gym at the time. Not anymore. I'm not going to work with, at the time, like
Hmm.
the gym helped me release a lot of stress, a lot of like, emotion and stuff like that. I was going every day to work out. Um, Going to the park was another thing for me. Just going to the park by myself with my journal, writing everything down, a lot of prayer as well. Like,
Mhm.
but that's what I'm saying. It starts with your mindset because you have to like want to heal, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to want more for yourself. Like you have to just know. I feel like when you really like get to know you, and
Mhm.
once you find yourself and you know your worth as a woman, you start realizing like, you know what? No, I can't be doing this. Like this is not for me. I can't be
Hmm.
living like this. So that's what I really started to do. Like just, and it was a process. It was a process. But once I got to that point where I was like, you know what? I'm better now. It's
Mhm.
like I don't know. It's just you feel it because you feel more creative. Like for me, I started feeling more creative.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I started like feeling more free, more happy. I didn't need to be with anybody. I could do things on my own. So that was basically like how my healing journey was for me. Mind you, I'm still working on myself. I'm not,
That's an
you know,
ongoing thing.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
an ongoing thing.
I have another question. Like, what pulled you to the self-help books? because to be honest with you, I feel like you have like a really strong essence within yourself
Hmm.
that I feel like you trust it. And like you would
Right.
guide it to like the right books, the right things. But I don't, because sometimes, the self-help books, I love them. I have them myself.
Yeah.
But we have to reach a point in our lives where we have to like confront ourselves, like, yo, come on, shake that off,
Yep.
figure this out. We have to do better. This is who I am right now. And kind of embrace even that state of sadness, anger, frustration,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. Allowing your emotions to do, allowing yourself to feel those emotions.
Hmm.
Like, and I think reading those books really helped me heal for myself because those books tell you what to do. A lot of times they'll tell you like, hey, this is what you're supposed to do. And so when you apply that into your own life, that's how you really learn how to heal or how to get over something or anybody that really hurt you in the past, whatever the case may be. But you know, growing up, I didn't love books. I didn't like reading books when I was like younger. But as I got older, I guess because I'm a blogger too, and I like words and like I love like if you follow me on Twitter, if anybody follow me on Twitter, people know I'm on Twitter preaching all the time. Like, just and I even have my Darling Thoughts page. That's
Yeah,
where it comes from.
I love that.
Thank you. So that's what got me to like the books, you know. And I remember one day I was literally like at home and I finished reading a book in one day.
Mm.
It was like just quotes like about self-love and things like that and just reading that book in one day. And I was just like, wow. And I think I had took a social media break for like a week or two.
Hmm.
And in that week, that's when I was able to read that book in one day. And I was like, social media really takes a lot of time of us. And I need to take another break soon, but but yeah, that's basically how I started like liking books and reading books and stuff like that.
So, can you share a little bit about how your blogging came about through everything that you went through, your trials, and just share a little bit about that, like how you even came about blogging and how does that connect with healing?
Good question. So okay, like I said, I was in this like weird space where I was trying to figure myself out, the things that I like to do. When I started doing makeup, that was fun and everything. But then I was just like, all right, I don't want to do this no more. Like, I like it, but I don't want to just do this. I feel like I had a bigger purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what I felt. And so with blogging, I think I've always been one of those people that people come to me for advice. People always want to know something from me. Like I feel like I'm the plug. Like I'm always connecting somebody to something or I'm teaching somebody something, whatever the case may be. So that's where the blog came about, right? But when I started, it was just like personal stuff, like self-love, like empowering women. Like that was my thing. Women empowerment, you know, um, just trying to inspire somebody out there.
Mm-hmm.
Then brands started to see the things that I was doing. Like, brands started to reach out to me through Instagram and things like that. And so that's kind of how that turned into me just being a blog, like just me being an influencer, we're going to say.
Mm-hmm.
When brands started to see my work and they wanted to, work with me. And now, a blog is a big deal nowadays. Like, if you own a
It
blog,
is.
this is like your blog. Like this is like because imagine if Instagram just disappears one day.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a blog, that's your platform that you own, that is yours. And so a lot of brands they consider this a big deal. And when they want to work with you, they want you to probably write a blog post about their product and take a picture on Instagram, share that on Instagram and all that stuff. But yeah, so blogging became the for me to like to heal. It made me feel every time I have my computer and my laptop and I'm writing, I just feel good. I go on a whole different, olvido de todo. Like I forget about everything, and I'm just like typing, and it could be like even like me creating the content for it. It's just different. I don't know. I'm a creative person, so
Mm-hmm.
for me, that's how I get to like just relax and that makes sense.
What
Um,
advice would you give to someone, Alexa, who wants to start monetizing off of their blog. Like I always tell people, like I've had Facebook since you needed a college email address to sign up. You know, and I know so many people like that too. And just recently I started my blog because I'm like, damn, I gave Facebook like freaking like what 12, 15 years of my life.
Yes.
How can I monetize off of this? I'm on here every day anyway. So what advice can you give to someone who wants to begin monetizing off of their online presence?
You know, I will always say you have to be consistent. And I'm pretty sure you're probably tired of hearing this because it's consistency, but it's so real. Like you have to at least, you know, for me on my blog, I post at least once a month. And that could be that to me that's my consistency because
Mhm.
I'm very active on Instagram, right?
Okay.
So just having a schedule that works for you, you know,
Mm-hmm.
people already will be, you know, expecting something from you on that platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say definitely you have to. One thing I hate about blogs when I go on another person's blog,
Mhm.
when I see too much color and too much stuff and like the fonts, they're not, you know, they're not the same. You know, it just
Like,
looks disorganized,
yeah.
unorganized. What's that's the word? Unorganized, unorganized.
We know what
So
you're saying. Don't worry.
So, you know, I always give this tip, like make sure that you using neutral colors on your blog on your blog page, you know, across your blog page. Don't do too much of a unless those are your real colors, like, you know, that you have for your platform or your logo, whatever. But for me, I like white. I always stick to brown, black, gray, you know, those tones so that
Mhm.
your blog won't look too crazy because when you add pictures to it and when you add videos or whatever the case may be, that's gonna make it pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And people like stuff like that. People like to go on a page that looks clean, professional, you know, and so that's how people start taking it more serious.
Mm-hmm.
Also, your email is very important too. Get you a you know, you invest in an email. Like for example, Audrey at garifunahealing.com, you know, something like that. You buy her domain, and every time a brand sees you, they're gonna be like, okay, yeah, she's legit because she has her legit email. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
all these little things count. If that makes sense. Like you have to. It sounds funny at first, or it sounds like, but yeah, it matters a lot. And so, you know, consistency, great quality work, of course, and just be yourself. Like I always tell people, be yourself when you're typing. You don't have to always be so professional.
Mhm.
You know, add a little tone of your voice while you're writing and stuff. Like I'm always be like, girl, you know, because that's what I say all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so just have fun with it and just be yourself, promote yourself. Even if you think nobody's watching, they are. I'm like I know today I was having a thought like I'm on Facebook all the time as well, and I don't get a lot of love on Facebook. I believe it or not, I feel like on Facebook I have the most. I'll say haters because I feel like they are haters. I'm gonna just keep it real, right?
Mhm.
But I feel like on Facebook I have so many haters,
Mhm.
and I don't get a lot of love. Mind you, if I go on Instagram, everybody like the love is crazy on Instagram.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
don't
it is.
stop promoting myself on Facebook though because they're watching. And
Yeah,
believe it or not, even if they don't like it, they're gonna go watch whatever you're doing
exactly.
because they want to see what you're doing. So don't
Exactly.
stop. I hope those tips worked.
Definitely, I hope people are taking notes because you definitely you dropping the gems for sure.
Okay.
Because I'm taking notes. I'm like,
Yes, it's so
oh
Yes.
important. Like branding is so important, and just like even in your on your Instagram page, just keeping everything like, you know, the best investment that I ever done was like my camera.
Mhm.
Like that was
What kind
amazing.
of camera do you have?
I
Yeah,
have a
like.
I have a Canon. Mind you, my camera was not expensive. I got a
Mhm.
Canon T5i. It's one of the old cameras,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and that's my baby. Like I take it everywhere I go. The quality is good. You know, my videos and everything looks good right now. So
Mhm.
hey, you gotta work what you got. But I think I always say when you take a picture with your camera, don't get me wrong, the iPhones are great,
Mhm.
but nothing can beat a camera.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to write that down. Look up a piece
Yes,
of
I'm
paper.
telling you, make that investment in that camera. You can go on Facebook Market, girl. You
Yeah.
can find a
Mhm.
cheap camera for a good quality camera
Mhm.
for very affordable, and just like shoot your content with that, and I promise you,
Mhm.
you will see the difference.
Mhm.
You will see the difference. Yeah.
Awesome. Even for like posing, because I know that I would assume that the audience would like to know too, like how to take good pictures, where to find that right angle,
You know?
Girl, I don't. This is the thing. I've always been very photogenic since I was a kid. So
Mhm.
I've always loved cameras, and I remember like when I was younger, my mom, like, people always be like, "You need to be a model. You need to be a model," and I'm like,
Mhm.
"A model? No, I don't want to be no model. I just like taking pictures."
Mhm.
But now it's funny because I'm a model now, and I never talk about it because this just doesn't, like, whatever. But
Mhm.
um, yeah, you just have to know your angles. You really have to know your
Mhm.
angles for you to, because I know for me, this is my good side, this is my ugly side. So I already know when I take a picture, it gotta be this side. If not, I'm not gonna like the picture. But knowing your angles, going to different spots. I know for me, when I create my content, I take a day or two of the week where I just focus on creating content. And I'll take a lot. Like, girl, I'll do like 5 different looks.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll do like 5 different looks. I'll do my videos and stuff all in one day.
Mhm.
And I use that content for like the whole week, or sometimes even 2 weeks.
Wow.
And that reduces you getting burned out.
Exactly my point. Like, I don't have to do content every girl. I don't take pictures every day, girl. Monday to Friday, I look crazy. I look crazy Monday to Fridays, but on the weekends, I take advantage of my weekends because, like,
Mhm.
I have a 9 to 5, and so my weekends are my free days where I can create content for myself and for the week, and so that's basically all I do. You know,
Yeah.
and then by the week I'm
So,
already set. All I'm doing is posting already by the weekend.
Mm.
So yeah.
So
so what can we expect? Sorry, go ahead, Tatiana.
go ahead, please.
No, I was saying, what can we expect from Alexa? Like, from, I know 2021 is still everybody trying to get their business up, get their stuff together, recuperating from 2020. But
Yes.
2022 is like the breakout year for everyone. So what can we
Period.
expect
Speak
from
it.
Alexa?
2022. Oh, girl. Okay, so I do my vision board events. That's an annual thing that I started doing last year, and
Mhm.
I
Hmm.
did it. So this year I did my second annual event. It was amazing. I had a great turnout, and so next year I want to do one in Houston and New York.
New York.
New York, yes, I want to do one in New York. Tatiana, I'm gonna come see you, girl.
Yes, yes. I'll make myself available. That's for sure.
I think it's gonna be amazing. Like, listen, I don't know, but everybody that have been to my events, they always say good things. And my events are kind of different. I try to do things different.
Mhm.
I'll go to events all the time, and I feel like my goal is always to empower people, and I want to have resources for people that come to my events, to network and get things, done for your business or whatever the case may be. But I feel like a vision board is so important because
Yeah.
you really manifest. Girl, listen, I wrote on my vision board that I needed a man, manifesting my man on 2020. Girl, I think I think he already made his appearance. You know, I think. But what I'm saying is manifesting is so important
Yeah.
because, like, of course, aside of like you praying about it, it's like you're literally like saying it's gonna be mine and I'm gonna have it.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go to New York. That's what's coming up for next year. And for this year, of course, I'm just continuing working on me. I'm going to therapy. I'm going to start in school. So I have a lot going on right now, but I think I'm still gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen.
Yes,
Nice.
yes. So I heard that you mentioned therapy. If you don't mind talking a little bit about that, like why therapy right now?
Therapy is something that I've always wanted to do. Because I had daddy issues, right? This is a lot, but basically, me and my father never had a relationship, a healthy relationship, and that basically affected me growing up, and that's probably it was a lot of like decisions that I made based on that, right? Because a lot of times our
Mhm.
parents don't realize how they're the way they act or the way they treat us and stuff can affect us when we get older.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So um I literally like just opened up about this recently, and I've been dealing with this since I'm like 12 years old. You know,
Wow.
not even my mom knew about this. I had to tell her like maybe like about a year ago or how it affected me, and so I needed to heal on that. You know, that particular situation, because even though I work on myself daily and I pour into myself daily, some certain things need more work. Like certain things need deeper work. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I decided to invest in that. And it's like so far so good, you know. I feel good. I feel like I'm actually doing the right thing. I feel like I'm heading somewhere when it comes to my healing in that aspect.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah,
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Of course, anything that you don't want to go that deep, you don't have to. Um,
right, right,
but I appreciate that because one of the things that we don't realize is that whether we had an absent parent or a present parent,
right,
it both has an impact.
definitely.
It both has an impact. And even in our creativity, in our art, I tell everyone that there's beauty even in that mess, you know.
Yes,
So when I think of you, as a lifestyle and also a beauty blogger, I see that beauty also coming from your experience,
yes,
you know.
yes.
And
Because
I'm very, very thankful that you chose to like bring it out there,
hmm
but in a way that is very humbling.
you know, one thing about me, I don't mind being vulnerable
Okay.
on my platforms. I don't, because a lot of people try to make like this whole social media thing. They only share the good stuff. They don't want to share the process. They don't want to share anything. And I've noticed that a lot of times when people see me, even people that don't know me, they'll think that, oh, she looks stuck up or
Mhm.
this or that. And that's also the reason why I like to share and be myself online, because it's like I'm just like you. Like I'm literally just like you. Like I don't have it all together. I'm still trying to figure myself out. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like when people just try to portray this like perfection lifestyle on social media, like, you know.
Mhm.
So that's, and then again, somebody else might be going through the same thing, and it's so funny every time that I share something
Mhm.
personal, people always hit me up and they're like, "Oh my God, thank you for doing this," and like I get a lot of thank yous.
Mhm.
You know, people get inspired. People get like, "Oh, you know what? If she's doing this, like even for simple therapy, right? People are so like, oh, therapy, you know, it's a bad thing or whatever. I don't want to do this because I don't want to talk to nobody I don't know and I don't put in my business and this whole thing. And when I share about my therapy experience or whatever, I know a lot of people like were like, oh, you know, if she's doing therapy, I can do it too.
Mhm.
There's nothing wrong with me doing it, you know, and that's why I'm big on that, because we like that should be priority. Like your mental health.
Mhm.
If your mental health is like not good, nothing you do is going to you're not functioning correctly. Your mind is somewhere else.
Exactly. And that's something that's not common in the Garifuna community.
Exactly,
Therapy, they'd be like, "Oh, you going to a shrink or you crazy?" You
girl.
know, you get ridiculed or
It's
criticized for
sad.
going to therapy. So I appreciate you being vulnerable about that and influencing other people in our community to seek help,
Yeah.
because that's the only way that we can break generational chains in our
Curses.
family,
Yes,
generational curses. Like you need to work on yourself.
I agree. I agree, and that's why I do it. I think the purpose of being an influencer and influencing people, it goes beyond just the good stuff, like the cute stuff, like it goes beyond that. And so I want to, you know, I always say, as long as I inspire one person, I did my job,
Mhm.
and that makes me feel good. So I'm not out here looking to, I don't care. Like I do this because I'm passionate for it. But if I inspire one person, you know, that makes me happy.
And that's living intentional.
Yeah,
That's living intentional. Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. So,
So, even you had a question, Audrey? No?
oh,
Okay.
mhm.
Um, yeah, so it brings me to this understanding of like, so me, what I do, I'm actually I always tell everyone I'm a brain education practitioner. So I work with people from three major levels, you know, from the physical body. So I like do like yoga,
Mm,
um, tai chi. I work with a lot of energy, in other words. So
mm,
I work from the physical level as well as the emotional level as and the mental level, right? So there's not one that's more important than the other. Like every single
right.
one is very important. And one thing that I've realized in my own journey right now, where I stand, is that when I ignore, when I don't attend to one, I realize that the other two either overwork,
Mm,
right? It overworks, it gets burned out, or I become very stiff and I don't want to do anything. I become very lazy. And
mm,
then, you know, I realized in my journey, it's all about self work, right? So you're working within yourself. And as you're working with yourself, you tend to pull people in.
yep.
So that's how usually like my clients come to me.
Gotcha.
So every time I meet with someone that's going through something, I
Mhm.
always go back to myself and say, am I going through this? How is it showing up in my life?
Right.
Right? Because
Sense.
clearly if we're coming together, it's because there's some energetic
Yep.
connection there.
Yep. 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 Wait, oh girl, when I go to New York, I'm gonna meet you in person because I can already I feel your energy through the camera right now.
Oh, I feel
Because
yours
I'm
too.
all about energy too. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And it's so funny because a lot of times when I tell people this, people think I'm crazy. And
Mhm.
I'm like, no, I'm not. Like you can literally feel. I feel everything. Like I can feel when somebody's being honest with me. I can feel when somebody's not being honest with me. And when I just say the energy, I mean, listen, I just know.
Mhm.
I just know it. You feel it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't think everybody's able. Do you think everybody's able to feel that or sense that or
Nope.
no? Right?
So I'm gonna disagree.
She said nope.
No, I know. And okay, let me
All right,
explain.
go ahead.
Everyone, everyone has the potential to feel
There we
energy,
go.
but the reason why people don't can't feel it or can't like tune into the intuition is because they're full of gaga up here. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. I love it.
they don't do the work to release all of this so that
Right.
they can, get that
That's true.
sixth sense in. Well, we all got it, but you gotta do the
Yeah.
work to take all of the mess.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Oftentimes we like in like so much denial. Like I had this one lady one time, her mom had her come to me because I'm a womb practitioner. So I help women with
Oh.
fertility issues as well, and just overall taking care of your vaginal health.
Mm.
So um the mother came to me and she said, I need you to help my daughter. I need her, she needs to come out pregnant. So I was like, okay. And then she had her daughter come and she was like, tell her you need to have a baby. So she's, I think I don't know if they Irish or
Oh,
something,
okay.
but you know, it was kind of like forced, right? So I
Mm.
sat down and I just tapped into my intuitive part and I asked her, I said, why do you want to have a baby?
Hmm.
And her mouth dropped because no one ever asked her that question.
Right.
No one ever asked her if she wanted to have a baby. It was just a culture thing that she was supposed to have a baby. She went to so many doctors to try
Wow.
to conceive and it didn't work. And she stood blank and she left. And then a few days later, she came by herself. And she came and she sat down. She said, can I speak with you? And I said, okay, what happened? She said, you know, no one ever asked me that question. And my mom was yelling at me all they were going home. Her mother was yelling at her. She's like, I don't think you want to have a baby. I don't think you want to.
Oh my God, what a force.
I know. But she said, you know, I didn't realize I really didn't want to have a baby.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm. And
And
you
she,
felt that energy. That's why you asked her that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's and that happens a lot in different cultures, right?
yeah.
Like how it's just interesting how different how other cultures operate.
Mm-hmm.
Um But I'm glad you asked that question because I'm like, if you don't want to have a baby, why are they making you have a baby? Whew, child. Yeah, energy is big to me. And that's the reason why I move the way I move. If
Mm-hmm.
you ever get to know me, I'm very vibrant. Like my energy, I'm always happy in a good mood. Even if I'm like mad about something, I don't really show it. Like I don't take my anger with anybody else. I'm always like in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
But I can always sense people's energy, and I move
Mm-hmm.
accordingly based on that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Audrey, you have any questions?
No, not right now, unless you.
Yeah, so I wanted us to tap into a little bit on self relationship, like relationship with yourself,
mm-hmm.
because many of us are yearning to be in a relationship with someone, right? When we talk about beauty, we want to make sure that we look nice, that we
Yep.
look presentable, but we don't realize we don't really do it for ourselves,
Oh yeah.
right? We really do it to like show off to someone else, like, oh,
Yep.
me if I look like this, you know.
Hmm.
So I want to hear from you a little bit if you can give us some advice, like how does that work, like about like loving yourself. What are some things that you do?
You have to literally like date yourself, go on dates, go places by yourself. Like you don't have to go all the time with a friend or whoever. And that was me before. Like I wanted to do everything with everybody. You know.
Mm,
I remember one day I took myself on a date. I literally went to IHOP by
mm,
myself. Everybody know me. I love breakfast food, so I went to IHOP, girl, and it felt a little weird at first. But when I was there, I really enjoyed myself. Like I was
mm,
like, oh my god, this feels really good. I didn't feel pressured. I
mm,
didn't feel like I had to make sure the other person was okay. I was just worried about
mm,
me. So I think dating yourself is very important. Um, Treating yourself, like I'm
mm,
big on that. I am big on that. Like by yourself, your hair, because I feel like when you look good, you feel good, right?
mhm,
I don't mind spending money on, you know, maybe on some shoes every now and every here and there, or getting my hair done. If you know me, I switch my hair up all the time. Right now I'm rocking my locks. Tomorrow I might rock my wig, and who knows? But I think that even like going to get a massage,
mm,
getting a facial, like stuff like that really matter. A lot
mhm,
of times I know a lot of women that don't even do those things for themselves. And then they wonder like why I don't find a good man, or because you're gonna attract the way you look is what you're gonna attract,
mm,
right?
mhm,
So I think that's very important. Like as far as like having a relationship with yourself, you have to treat yourself how you would treat how you want another person to treat you.
mhm.
You know. Wow, I'm preaching today, girl. I'm
I'm
preaching.
taking it. I'm taking it.
I'm
You know,
preaching.
I'm a bit of a clown. Just a little funny. Sharing about me.
Yes.
Like my partner, he likes like sexy pow pow boom, right?
Pow, pow, pow.
I don't even know how we came together because I am such a goofball. Like you
I'm
can't
goofy
even think,
too. I'm very goofy too.
you can't take me serious. But one time, like what I do for him sometimes when not for him, I do it for myself because
Okay.
he likes the whole sexy thing. Then sometimes he will say little things that at first I laugh about it, but then later when I'm laying in
Yeah.
bed, I'm like,
Why
am I
you said that?
crazy? Why he said that? You
Right.
know? So what I would do is like I wear my bathing suits here. Like I will in the house, I'll put my bathing suit and me pongo la cocina a cocinar y a limpiar.
You are a mess. You
I
are a
can
mess.
and then I have a big mirror. I'm like this. Ah, too sexy for my too
I can't
sexy.
with
And
you.
I just have a ball by myself.
And that
And
makes you
then he
feel good,
comes
right?
in. Huh? I have fun. I have so much
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. That's
He
all
comes
part
in.
of you being yourself. And
Yes.
I think like if you can be yourself with your partner,
Yeah.
that's so dope. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can be yourself. I know for a while when I was married, I never felt like I could be myself, and I
Mm.
would kill me. Like because I was young, of course. I'm still young,
Mm-hmm.
but again, I play a lot. I like to have fun, and stuff like that. And he was so like so serious all the time. And I'm like, listen, life is not that serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just have fun, like laugh.
Mhm.
But I think that's so important. But going back to the whole your relationship with yourself, yeah,
Yeah.
like literally like taking time for yourself, and and just doing those small things for yourself will really like help a lot with your
Mhm.
self-esteem and confidence. And because don't get me wrong, I was never this confident with myself.
Mhm.
I used to hate my lips. I used to hate my eyes. Like, girl,
Mm.
my mom probably watching this like, girl. But it's true. Like, I really was like that at some point in my life. But then, when I started getting like when I went to high school and seeing other girls do their makeup and their hair and things like that, and I was like, shoot, I can do that too.
Mhm.
And that's kind of how I tapped into my feminine side. Like,
Mhm.
so
That is so important.
very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a mom, like when I have 3 kids
Oh
and they're
wow.
small, like ages 5, 3, and 4 months.
Oh.
So for the past 2 years, it's been like I haven't spent time on myself because I've been so focused on these babies that I have. And just
Mhm.
recently, 6 months ago, I'm like, okay, Audrey, like it's time to start loving on you.
Yep.
And so what I did is started to get serious with my routines.
Mm.
And I think so many women get overwhelmed because they feel like they have to do so much.
Yeah.
But my advice is to start with just one thing. So my one thing was literally getting up and changing my clothes just to get started.
Wow.
Instead of being in pajamas all day, change my clothes every day, act like I'm going out,
Yep.
and then it went from there to, oh, I'm going to fix my hair every week. And
Hmm.
then it started, okay, I'm going to do my skin routine every night.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
so just start off little, but it's important for you to get your routine together as a woman, especially when you start having your family, because it's so easy for
Yeah.
us to forget about who we are. But if
Yeah.
you
And
live right, they say the man is the head of the household, but the woman is she manages everything. So if she's down and out, it don't matter. The man is the head of the household. Ain't nothing gonna be right.
yeah,
So
that's
that's
true.
the
I
thing
don't
to do.
have any kids, but everybody around me has kids. My sister just gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. Uh,
Congratulations.
yes, thanks. So, I always say it's very important to take care of you. Like, even like, and don't feel bad. I remember like even telling my best friend when she had her baby, like I'm like, do not feel bad for taking time for yourself. Like, you need time for you.
Mhm.
Even if it's like, if you want to go out one night, don't feel bad for that.
No.
As long as your kid is taken care of, do not feel bad. You need this time for yourself.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like just stepping into your, getting back to you. Girl, I don't know how I'm gonna be when I have kids. I just wonder, like, am I gonna be the same? Like, am I gonna still take care of myself?
Yeah.
Who knows? Oh, look at it. Is it a girl or boy?
It's a girl.
Oh, hi,
Yeah,
baby.
she
She's
got
so
vaccinated
cute.
today, so she's very
Oh,
Oh,
she's not having that. She's not really happy.
she's like, y'all leave me
Big
alone.
person. Like I don't like big people. Big people.
Yeah, but that's very important. So,
Yeah, I agree.
yep.
And I think that's when also what was the question I was gonna say? Okay, so I'll come back to that one, but I have another question
Hmm.
in regards to like feeling good,
Hmm.
right? Are there like any physical routines that you do to kind of
Yes,
keep yourself going? Yeah.
girl, I love taking my baths. Like my showers are very important to me.
Hmm.
Like I stay in the shower for an hour sometimes. Like I'm in the restroom for like 45 minutes to an hour. Never fails. I bring my music. I have a little Bluetooth speaker.
Okay.
I put my music, um, and I just relax. And then when I have my baths, I do my little. I'm extra, so like I'll do like the whole, bubble bath with the little. I go all out. Like I'm literally like I take care. Like I act like I'm in a spa, and then just sit there for a while, relax. That hot water in your body just feels good after a long day.
Hmm.
And I just do that. I do that like I try to do that once a week.
Okay.
once a week.
So you take a shower and then you do the bath, and that's like a ritual for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Um, it just makes me feel. It just makes me feel so relaxed. Like some that I have days when I have alone days,
Mm-hmm.
work and whatever, and that just makes me feel so much better.
Good.
And that's just part of like something that I do all the time. Um, what else do I do? Most of the time, I'm pretty much out and about. Like
Sorry.
I'm always like out and about. So whenever I get to just relax, that's one thing that I will always do. So
Okay.
yeah,
Awesome. That's excellent.
I need
So
to
what
work
about
out. I need to start working out. That's something that I need to do. Girl, it's hard.
my job? I always tell everyone that I'm grateful for what I do because it's the reason why I work out all the time.
Yeah.
Um, every day I have to work out. I have no other choice. But that's my field. That's what I
Yeah.
do. So, but I see the importance of doing so because when I get people that come to me and they say, "Oh, I have lower back pain," or
Mhm.
"I have shoulder tension," or "I have hard times with my lungs,"
Mhm.
um, I realize that how often we are like so away from our bodies,
Yeah.
so away from our bodies that we don't even realize like how important it is to come back. One time I was in the car with my sister and she was driving very quickly. And this was right before she got promoted, right?
Mhm.
And so I told her as she was driving, it's only me and her, right? And I told her, I said, you should ask me if I want to stay alive, right? So she was like, yeah, yeah, but I have to get to work. I have to get to work on time. And finally, we kept going fast. And I said, you know what? It hit me. You know who gets promoted? People that are alive.
Hello.
I told her that. I said, so you need to like slow down and like catch your anxiety right now.
Yeah.
Like, don't let that emotion drive this car because it's going to
Yeah.
finish us, you
That's
know?
very true. Yeah.
So it's really like checking your, like, having a regimen, a workout, an exercise regimen just helps you to check your emotions
Mhm.
and it helps you to check your thoughts.
That's why I need to go back. Like, but I just don't like like when you soar. Oh, girl, that's really why the soreness.
I know. That's why at least in my practice, I know what we do, at least to get people started. Um, One of the things that I ask people, do you feel like you could change your life in 1 minute?
Mm.
Most people say no. There's no way I could change my life in 1 minute. So I usually say, oh, you ready? We're about to
Let's
change
do
our life.
this.
Let's do this. So I have them either run in place for 1 minute as fast as you can. Run in place. Run, 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 run. Or we do like push-ups, which I can't stand, but I have to act like I'm loving it. Like, "Yay, look at me." Do it for 1 minute. And then after you do it, you feel the difference already in your body.
Right. You feel more energized. I know
Yeah.
when I work out, I have a lot of energy.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. So, sometimes we need to look at that. Like, what do you feel? Like, what's the benefit, the
right.
good benefit that comes from, you working out? You know what? I do feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of hold that energy and kind of choose. I always tell people that you only have two choices. Some people think that they have many choices. I said, no, you only have two choices. You may have many options,
Mm-hmm.
right? You may have plenty of options, but you only have two choices. And
Right.
that is to do it or not do it,
That's true.
right? The
And
same
that's
with like,
anything.
right? So you just have to choose. You just have to choose. You know what? I'm a bit tired. I don't want to do 10 minutes, 40 minutes of sweating and I don't
Yeah.
have to go that hard. Let me just do like 5 minutes.
Yep. It counts.
That's it. It counts.
Mm-hmm.
Every minute counts.
That's true.
Yeah. Give
We have some comments.
a treat.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
In the comment section before we end, Christine Cruz. Hello, ladies.
Hi,
You go.
friend.
I
That's
love
my
you
oh.
all.
Yes.
Christine said, yes, allow yourself to feel your emotions.
Yeah.
So important.
Anna Guillen, proud mom. That's your mom?
Yes, that's my mom.
Hi, Mom.
Rose Lookbook says, thank you, Alexa. Energy don't lie.
That's right.
Oh, you're welcome.
Rochelle.
Ostrich Zapata says, Alexa, you are an inspiration. Love your perseverance and energy. Hugs.
Thank
Hug.
you so
Oh,
much, Ostra. She's so supportive.
Hi,
I love
Ostra.
her. Thank you. I can't even see the comments. So,
yeah.
but thank you guys so much for having me. I love this conversation.
Thank you for coming. We got to keep it going.
Yes, and
Yes.
keep doing it, please. Like I love it. I love it so much. We need this in our community.
Exactly.
And like I said, there's a lot of us that are doing great things, and I just wish I need us to come together more often, and just do different things. I feel like our community is so focused on like the wrong stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
you'll see so many like turn up parties every weekend. Mind you, there's nothing wrong with that,
Yeah.
right? Because I like to have fun. I like to go out and party too. But balance. We need balance.
Yes.
Yes,
I feel like we
yes,
need to have these kind of, these like more positive events, more platforms like this where we can come
yes.
together and just help each other out. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
y'all need to start doing it. Okay.
Yes. We have
And thank
one
you.
last comment from Dihesa Bohona. Awesome. Glad to catch you live. Uh,
Yeah.
Rose, look, the upliftment of each other is needed. That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Tati, who are we gonna have next week?
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
month, right? So it's a special month for us.
yes. We're gonna have Norma from Botanica Natural. I hope I'm saying it right. Botanica
Okay.
Natural. But she is amazing. I have her products and I've been using them. The way they came in, the way they was packaged were amazing. So she's gonna come and she's gonna give us some tips, some
Nice.
healthcare tips, some herbal tips. So I'm really, really excited for her because she has also a major history.
I'm gonna tune in.
How she started her journey.
That's good. I think I've
Awesome.
seen her on my Garifuna boss's page. I
Yes.
think I have. Yeah. That's awesome. I'm gonna definitely tune in next week and show love and support and stuff. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
no problem. No problem.
So, is there anything that you want to, share? Like, what kind of legacy do you want to leave?
Like I said, whenever it's that time for me to leave this world, I want people to know that you know you can do whatever you want to do in life,
Mm,
and I really want people to just feel like I just want to feel like I did something. If
yeah.
it was maybe helping
Mhm.
somebody out there with with in their journey, whatever the case may be, I that's just my that's what I want to leave. A
Mhm.
good um a good legacy. I want people to be like,
Mhm.
yeah, that girl did that. Like that girl really worked hard. She really persevered. Like she really
Mm,
went hard. Because I don't give up. Like
mhm.
when I
Mhm.
plan my event, I plan my event in a month. I literally almost gave up, but I was like, no,
Wow.
we're not doing
Wow.
that. And I planned it in a
Yeah.
whole month. How I did it, I don't know, girl. But I did it. But that's just because I have this drive in me. Like I feel like everything is possible. Like you cannot tell me nothing is impossible. Like if you want to do it,
Yeah.
you can get it done.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's with
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what I want people to know. Oh, and also if you're watching, please follow me on Instagram,
Yes, please.
Alexa Darling underscore. My YouTube is also Alexa Darling, and my Twitter is also Alexa Darling underscore. So same name everywhere, literally.
Nice.
Yes, guys.
One last comment, Alexa, you're nostalgic from Pepsi A.
Thank you.
Judy Morales, always proud of you, Alexa. You are the best.
That's my sister.
Oh,
I love
Oh,
you, sister.
yours
sister love.
already did. Already did. I guess she's subscribed to you or like or something.
Nice. Yes. Thank you.
Awesome. All
All
right.
right.
So we'll be concluding, but before we conclude, I want to always leave you guys with some resources. Okay, so please follow Alexa. She is an inspiration and she helps inspire so many of us. So please continue to
Thank
follow
you.
her, get some wisdom. She is so you can even message her if you feel like you want to leave her a little extra love. Please do so. I wanted to share within my own practice. I don't know. Can you guys hear me well?
Yeah,
Okay. So we have this. Have you guys heard of chakras, energy centers?
I think. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So the chakras are pretty much energy consumption, right? And they are responsible for particular organs and energies of the body. So they help to help you in your journey called life, right?
Right.
So right now they're going to have a free course, a free training. It's about an hour and a half, and it's going to be on Saturday. So you guys can sign up for that. It's going to be in New York time. It's going to be, I believe, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. to 3:30. So you can, I'm going to put the link and everything below that you can register. You could go to Eventbrite and get that ready. Also, we are also going to have a women's event at the end of this month.
Awesome.
Yes, and you know the name of it? It's going to be called Pum Pum Power.
Oh,
Cultivating
okay.
the woman's chakra. Yes, it's going to be called Pum Pum Power, Cultivating the Woman's Womb, something like that. I will have more details for all of you guys. It's going to be really, really insightful. We have amazing people coming in. They are going to be sharing their experience. I'm going to be there, of course, to talk about the steaming, the herb, and all that care. And then remember, if you are having any financial issues, we have Jamie Arzu, that she is a financial advisor and she does it for free. So
Wow.
if you want to get your priorities together,
Mhm.
I will leave her information for you guys to get in touch with her as well. What else? What else? We have more special guests coming, but we are not going to be done with Alexa. We definitely going to get her to come back again.
Oh wow. Thanks. I would love to
Yes.
come back.
So I'm pretty much done with my announcement. Audrey, do you have anything you want to say?
No, that's it for me. If anybody wants to visit Roatan, hit your girl up. I'm about to reopen the Cultural Center. April 12th is the official reopening date. So anytime after that this year, come visit us in Punta
I'll
Gorda.
I'll be seeing you, Audrey. I wanna go to Roatan soon. So
Yes. Let me know.
I will. I will.
Hello. All right, everyone. So I think it's a wrap. We're done.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Rest well and
Good
hey,
night.
take that shower. Take that
Bye.
shower.
Bye.